Hi guys, it's Dave at the HumbleTrekker channel. How you doing today? Going to be demonstrating the functionality of my new sharpening system from TSProf. That was the very fast, simple, basic construction of the system. I'm now going to show you how you get it into a position to actually start sharpening a knife. There are two types of clamp. This is the single clamp. You attach your knife here, and how you attach the knife is well described in the instruction manual. And you reach around with these knurled screws. And tighten them up so that the knife is secure, ready to be sharpened. Your knife is securely clamped into either this single clamp or one of the double clamps, and then this arm rotates 180 degrees, and listen for the click. When it goes to the correct position, so it's exactly relatively horizontal to the entire sharpening system, it clicks into place. The strength of how it's held in that position is controlled by this knurled silver knob here. So if I turn it that direction, you see it becomes much looser. If I turn it back, I tighten it, and then there's just enough friction, or you can adjust it to have the amount of friction you need so that you can securely sharpen the knife, but then you can turn it when you need to. Securing the knowledge, it will always return to the zeroed position, so you're always putting exactly the same angle on your knife. Inserting an abrasive stone, a sharpening stone, is a simple matter. The stones come with a steel backing. You grasp this plastic knob here. This is a spring operated clamp. You push it in and then it's secured. So then obviously when you go between grades, when you go from low to high, or even high to low, you simply pull it, it slips out, you can quickly get in a new stone and you'll be back to sharpening. You set the travel of your sharpening stone. By that I mean how much of the stone you use. So you want to use as much as possible in normal circumstances. So you want the sharpening guide arm to stop there. So there's buffers here that you can adjust with a rubber stop. So you would tighten it to about where you want it. And you can see now I've got about 5mm room at the end. And you do the same at the other side. You can use this gauge here for setting the rough angle grind, and there's a thumbnail knob down here, and then you adjust it, and I want to get this knife at 25 degrees, so I adjust it here on this gauge to 25 degrees. This isn't accurate, this is just to give you a rough starting point, and then you tighten this knurled knob here. So with the rough angle being set to 25 degrees using the manual gauge here, you now take your digital meter, digital angle protractor, and you put it on the calibration platform, which is here, and you calibrate that, or you set that as your 0 point, so you can see it too. So we'll put it there we set that to 0, so that's our reference point. And now that will be 0 degrees, so whatever we measure now here will be the angle grind. So I put the digital meter on the sharpening stone back, and I get a reading of 26.2. So I need to make the angle shallower. So I need to bring the arm down in this plane. So I come here to the knurled knob and I bring it, screw it down, and I come back and check again, and now I'm at 25.5, which is pretty close. Bring it down more, check again, 25.2, that's good enough. So with your selected grit, I'm starting with the coarsest. You start applying the movements backwards and forwards along the blade edge, and you can feel and you can see steel being removed. So after that initial test, I can feel that I'm actually need to reduce my travel in this direction. So I'll do that. And then you count how many passes you do. And I call a pass to the front and the back. That's one pass for me. I can really feel it working. I'm not going to need to remove a lot of steel from this blade because it's already pretty close to where I want it to be. Then I rotate it, so I did 3 passes. I like with the coarser stones to go slower, and then as I go up in the finer grades I can start to do more flowing movements. I am trying to remove a certain amount of steel here, and I want to do it carefully. So that's 3 on that side. I'll take out the coarsest grit. I'll go to the next coarsest grit, slightly finer. I'll take the blade and repeat the process. The only difference, real difference in my movement apart from speed, is when I come down to the finest grit, I'll give it little circular motions to remove any striations or line marks in the edge and just polish it up. Just go back, I'm just going backwards and forwards with little circular motions just to buff up the edge and make it nice and even and polished. Okay, should be job done. I just looked at my camera, video camera, to see how long that total process took. from turning on the camera 7 minutes and 17 seconds, so it's probably less than 7 minutes to bring this knife up. I've done it in real time, although I've probably speeded it up on a YouTube video. We'll take it out and we'll test it for edge sharpness. To finish the process, I take a stropping block which has got polishing compound on it, and I'll strop, well, depending on the size of the knife, 10, 20, 30 times per side, just to remove any micro burrs, to polish the edge, to get it up to optimum sharpness. Now it's the part of the video everybody is going to get disgusted by. I actually already filmed this shaving my legs, but I forgot to put the camera on, so I've got to shave them again. That's my excuse anyway. I understand this is how Survival Lily shaves her legs. Oh. That's a pretty good edge for 10 minutes work. The TSProf system, it is absolute child's play to use. I've got to say, that is the best thing about it, is that you set it up and then you can, literally, a 5-year-old, you could set to work on this and they would get a fine edge on whatever blade they were working on. It's almost like cheating. You know, I'd like to think there's a little bit of skill that I'm demonstrating when I'm sharpening my knives. But now I've got this TSProf machine, all the skill's out the window. You just have to spend a couple, 2, 3, 4 minutes setting up, getting your angles right, and then you clamp in the knife, away you go. Depending on how much work you're doing on the knife, 5 minutes, 7, 8 minutes, 10 minutes later, you've got a knife back in your hands which is razor sharp, or as sharp as you want if you don't want it razor sharp, if you want a different type of edge. As I've been filming this video, my neighbour's come out, asked me what I'm doing. I told her I'm sharpening knives, so I said, go and get me a couple of whatever blunt knives you got in the kitchen. So she did. She's brought me a couple more knives to work on out here. That's a good thing. Set it up, get as many dull knives as you can, sharpen them all up, have a party, tell your neighbours to bring around all their blunt knives, go to town on them. Fantastic. The workmanship on the machine is just second to none, I think. Really feels like it's precision engineered. It comes in a great wooden box for storage or transportation. You can have it up all the time. If you've got a big enough work area, if you've got a workshop, you can have this set up on the bench all the time. Or as I do, I just put it in the storage box, and then when I want to use it, I take it out. The initial construction of it, or putting it together before you start sharpening the blades, it's just, you saw that, it's just 2 or 3 minutes, a few large components to connect together, and then you're away. I like a 25-degree edge on a hard working woods knife, bushcraft knife. It enables you to have it sharp but also nice and strong, good long lasting edge that's not going to get damaged. For kitchen knives like this, I'll take this down to either a 20 or an 18, 19 degree edge, a finer edge, good for slicing your tomatoes and your broccoli and your vegetables and your meat, whatever else it is you need to slice up in your kitchen. So I'll readjust the machine to maybe 19, 20 degrees. I'll have a think about that, somewhere in that region, and then sharpen these. Thanks for watching. If you're a subscriber, thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not yet a subscriber and you've enjoyed this video, I come out regular gear reviews, focusing a lot on knives, and then I'll see you all next time. Take it easy.